All right, so we're going to start now. Welcome, everybody. I'm really happy to present our program to you. First, we want to show you our campus and give you a virtual tour guided by our students.
Welcome to the University of Stavanga's Business School. I am Anja.
I am Inge, and we are master students in Business and Administration.
Follow us for a virtual tour.
Here are the offices at the Business School.
Let's go meet some nice people.
This is Annelien, our student advisor.
This is the Dean's office.
This is the biggest auditorium with 650 seats and excellent digital facilities.
The room is also used for graduations, ceremonies, conferences, and lectures.
We also have smaller auditoriums.
These are mainly used for master courses.
This is the foyer, great for reading and studying.
And for sleeping between classes. As you can see, there are a lot of group and study rooms available for students. This study room is meant to inspire innovation and creativity. And great study booths.
You know, I used to be a professor at the University of Stabanga Business School, but now I'm the principal, heading up it all. And you're always welcome to the University of Stavanger.
This is the university library.
It's open 24/7.
Chill zone. There's a lot of options in the cafeteria.
Thank you. The University Assembly Hall. This is the university's bookstore.
There's a great selection of books here.
Is my laptop ready? This is the IT service desk.
This is the international office.
Where do you want to go?
Austria.
Finland.
Right.
This is the student welfare office for housing, health and support.
The University Sports Center, the best and biggest in Norway. We also have student apartments on the campus. We have the student house with the student bar right by the business school.
We hope you have enjoyed the tour.
And we hope to see you next time in Stavanger.
That presentation? Yeah. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the tour and like what you see. So again, welcome to the webinar of the Master of Science in Business Administration at the University of Stavanger. My name is Yuko Onozaka. I'm a professor here in the Department of Economics and Finance, but also I am the leader of this MSc program. Oops, it's not working. Yeah. So today's program is quite simple. You had your tour, and now I'm going to give you some information about our MSc program. And then you're going to hear from our students firsthand, and then we'll have the Q&A sessions. So before I go into talking about the program, I want to give you some information about Norway, because I suspect that maybe you don't know so much about Norway. I certainly didn't when I came here to Stavanger about 10 years ago. So first, Norway, you have many choices, different countries to go to. So why you consider coming to Norway? Well, Norway is a country with one of the highest in the world in terms of equality. Norway is one of the most gender equal countries in the world in terms of income distribution as well. So Norway as a society is very equal, egalitarian, very flat organizations. And maybe that's one of the reasons why people are also happiest in the world. They're also very productive in terms of GDP per capita, high income, even though they work shorter hours compared to people in other countries. But also we have one of the highest levels of prices in Norway. And if you see the map, Stavanger is quite the south end of Norway. So Norway is very long countries and quite small in terms of population, only about 5 million people, but quite well connected to the rest of the Europe. And why Stavanger? So Stavanger is a relatively small city in terms of the international standard, about 250,000 people, including the surrounding cities, but it is quite dynamic and international, partly because this is oil capital of Norway. So if you know, I don't know if you know, but Norway is an oil producing country, and Norway is the center of it. But with all this environment, climate change, low carbon, this region is going through a massive change right now into more sustainable green future. So as a region, we're going through a lot of interesting changes, and we need more talented people here. We also have an aquaculture industry, which is also very international because seafood is one of the most traded food in the world. And it is also quite innovation and technology oriented. So there are many other industries here in Stavanger that's very interesting, dynamic, and really wanting to have good international talent. And of course, the Stavanger has a fantastic nature. So this is a great place if you like nature. There's a spectacular hikes that you can do, beautiful beaches, cute, cozy downtown, and nice restaurants. In fact, Stavanger has a number of Michelin star restaurants. So even though it's small, it's very international, culturally oriented, really nice place to be. So why University of Stavanger? This is the main university in the southwestern part of Norway. Even though Norway is small, this university has a good size, 12,500 students total, 1,600 people working here across 7 faculties. And we also have very active student organizations. Students are very important to us, and they provide a lot of inputs to us and how we run this university. We also have very active collaboration with regional and international industry here in Norway and also other countries as well. And why University of Stabanga Business School? We are one of the top business schools in Norway. We have highly qualified and international teaching staff who are also great researchers. So they're at the forefront of their research, and they bring that state-of-the-art knowledge into the classroom. We have 1,400 students, including Bachelor program, and more than 100 people, about 100 people working here. And as a business school, we also strive to have a lot of collaborations with industry. For example, we have internship programs that students can work as a part of their study. And why then our MSP program, we are internationally accredited. We are only program in Norway, in fact, at the program level, internationally accredited. This means that our program is quality assured. So even though if you don't know much about us, you can be assured that when you come here, you will get world-class, quality assured, good program. We have about 300 master students total. So each cohort is about 150 students. 1/3 of them are international students, representing about 27 countries. So we have a very international, friendly, dynamic atmosphere. And our students do quite well in the job market. 80% of our graduates work within this region. 84% got a job less than 6 months after they graduate, and virtually everybody got a job after 12 months. They also get well paid. So 82% had an annual salary between 400 and 599 Norwegian kroner, which is about 50,000 euro. And additional 7%, they get even more. So our students get good jobs, well paid, and do well in the job market after they graduate. So what we do here, we aim to educate future leaders, specialists, and active participants, driving our society to a better place. This is an on-site full-time program, meaning that this is not a distant learning or online courses. We want you to come here, interact with us and other students. It's a full-time program. It's a commitment. It's going to be a hard work. We provide rigorous academic program, but we also emphasize real-life business applications. We also realize that it is not possible to solve many of the problems that we face today alone. You have to work with other people, people with different backgrounds, different knowledge, different perspectives. So that's also something that we integrate in our program. We teach you analytical tools, but also interpersonal skills and working interdisciplinary collaboration, teamwork, and growth mindset. What we offer in our program, we offer 5 specializations that are highly relevant in today's business environment: applied finance, economics, strategic marketing and analytics, business development and innovation, and leadership and strategy and leadership. We also offer opportunities for you to take minors. So for instance, you can major in strategic marketing and analytics and minor in finance. So the program structure goes like this. This is a 2-year program. So you have 4 semesters. Semester 1, when you come in, you take 1 course that is core specialization. So if you come in with economics, then you take microeconomics, for example. Yeah, but then 2 other courses you take with all the other students. So regardless of your specialization, you take business decisions and data analytics. In business decisions, this is a course, a case-based teaching course. So each specialization provides 1 case. So you are exposed to 5 different essential business fields in this course. And then you discuss cases with other students in your group and with the instructor. This is a very highly interactive course, challenging, but also very interesting and insightful. data analytics, we believe that regardless of your specialization, everybody should know how to analyze data. So in this course, you'll learn how to extract information from the data to gain business insights. This course, you also learn how to use R, the software, so that you also learn how to program. In semester 2, you will deepen your specialization knowledge by taking 2 specialization courses and also continue on the method by taking this research design course. This is a project-based course, teamwork, so you get to apply what you learned in the first semester into a project. Semester 3 is an elective semester. This is where you can widen your knowledge by taking elective courses or the internship or combination of the two. This is also where you can take minors. And also it's possible for you to take international exchange here. Among many international exchange partners we have around the world. And then the last semester, you take your master thesis. So I will not go in details into the courses. This will be available to you so that you can look up later. And also you can look at our website. But each specialization provides many exciting courses. So some are required, some are electives that you can choose, mix and match. So applied finance, economics, marketing, innovation, and strategy and leadership. The internship is a great opportunity for you to work in companies as part of elective. So you earn 10 ECTS by taking an internship while gaining industry experience. So then you get practical experiences, you can build your network and prepare yourself for the job market. International exchange, we have many partner universities around the world, like France, Germany, Austria, Belgium, Poland, Italy, Australia, Japan, Portugal, USA. So this is also a great opportunity for you to go even different countries to spend one semester. And the last part you do is a master thesis. And our students just now are starting their master thesis that they are going to take in the next semester. So I made this word cloud so that you can see what kind of things that our students write about. So there's a lot of interest in energy and the green and the ESG and things like that, but also more business-oriented or finance-oriented topics. And many of our students actually publish their thesis in academic journals. So they write quite high quality project that's good enough for publication. So I want to just mention about important deadlines here. For international students, application begins December 10th, goes till January 10th. For EU, Nordic, Swiss, Liechtenstein citizens, your application goes between February 1st and March 1st. And all this information and more you can find in our website. And if you go to the International Office website, you find everything you need to know about application process, eligibility, immigration, everything. And if you want to know more about the program, right now there are a lot of information about the program on the website, but also we will have a new website that should be launched on December 10th. So come back in a few days if you like to know more about the program. Okay, thank you for your attention. So now I would like to invite some of our students up here so I can ask some questions. Okay, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.
So
Thank you.
maybe each of you can tell us your name, where you're from, and what did you study?
Okay, I am Shazil Mahmood from Pakistan. I am doing my master's in business administration, and my specialization is in strategic marketing and analytics.
Yes, hi everyone. My name is Tung Le. I'm from Vietnam, and my major is applied finance. I'm also a master student here at the University of Stabanga.
Hello, I'm Judy, originated from China. I live in Singapore since I was very young. I came here in Norway 2 years ago. I took a master program in business administration, and now I'm a PhD student.
Great, thank you. So now I'm going to ask each one of you some questions. So Shazil, so you're from Pakistan.
Yeah.
So what motivated you to apply to this program?
Yes, I applied in this program because it is one of the this master's in business administration is most accredited in the Norway, and especially I applied in strategic marketing and analytics because my previous education is also in marketing, and then this marketing and this master's is not only in marketing, it is from the strategic perspective. And then it is blend of analytics and marketing and its strategic perspective to give you more insight towards how strategically businesses work, how decisions are made based on data. So yeah.
Yeah, and so you're studying marketing.
Yeah.
What do you think is the advantage of focusing on one specialization?
I believe that being focused on one subject gives you more insight into that, and this master's is actually that you have the opportunity to take almost 30 credits within your specialization, and then you have the opportunity to write master's thesis again within your specialization, which actually I believe that which is very good to enhance your knowledge, your actually skills as well at the same time into your domain, and then you can work in the practical field as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Do you have advice to a student who's considering applying to our program?
I will definitely encourage them to apply for this program. Since this program is not only with discussing the marketing, but it is blend, as I said before, that it's blend of strategic perspective. Then you have the opportunity to take minors in other subjects. If you feel interested in maybe finance, then you can just go around and maybe you can take supply chain as well. And then you have this data analytics thing, which is now the world has changed, I believe that, and every single organization is going towards data driven decision making. And within marketing, there are many things. For example, market segmentation, you want to target your customers, you want to launch a product, and then the companies conduct survey, collect customer data, and then they analyze the data, see the insights. And I believe that everything you learn within this course, and you are ready to go and work with the company. I mean, it depends, but yeah. But I believe I will encourage you to apply in this program.
And what's your plan? So you're writing your thesis now, and so what's your plan after this?
Yes, I have a plan to, since by looking at the local job market, there are a few skills which are required, and that, for example, you need to have the language skills as well, and then you need to have some analytical skills as well. So I'm working on them so that I can secure a job in the market, and I believe that I will get it.
Yeah, thank you so much for your great insights.
My pleasure.
So Tung,
Yeah.
Can I ask you, what was your biggest challenge coming to Stavanger and starting the master program here?
Yes, so I first come here on the August of 2020, so during the COVID-19 pandemic. So because of the social distancing, I was not able to interact with the people a lot, and all of my courses in the first year was digitalized. And just only until this year, we had physical classes. So I think that it's definitely a challenge for any student. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And what do you consider the most positive about studying in Norway?
I think that beside a high quality of educations, when you study in Norway and specifically in the University of Stabanga, you will have a lot of support from the school and the professor as well. For example, as a finance student like me, I may not have so much experience with marketing, but when I come to a project and the skill is needed, I can just simply look around for help from any professor here. And yeah, it is the good things. Everyone is open, and what you need to do is just ask.
Yeah. Great. So you're studying finance,
yes,
but you have done the knowledge-based entrepreneurship course.
Yes.
And just won the Engineers Challenge just a few days ago.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Well, the engineers program under the knowledge-based entrepreneurship is a great opportunities for students to apply their academic knowledge to practical situations. So firstly, companies will show up and present about their businesses, their challenges. Then each team will decide which challenge or which company they want to work with. And this semester, my partner and I, we decide to collaborate with the unlisted and innovative company with the vision to democratize the entrepreneurship and the wealth creations. So in plain words, we simply want to build a platform that helps to connect startups with their potential investor. So for us, the scope of work is that we will help the company to identify the pain and gains of the customers and help them to suggest an appropriate business plan.
That sounds very exciting.
Yeah.
So you're also writing your thesis next semester.
Yes.
Can you tell us what you're writing about?
Yes, absolutely. My partner and I, we want to write about the venture capitals in Norway, because the venture capital is the major source of funds for the startups. So it is not easy, but we both believe that we can bring some values to the table.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, Judy.
Hi.
Hi. So you studied here before, and then you continue on your PhD now. So you're a PhD student. So what motivated you to continue your study and getting your PhD degree?
Well, first of all, it was because of interest. I really liked the research project and also the people, the team I'm working with now. So it's kind of like selection among each of us, and because there's and also Norway, of course. Yeah.
So do you have any suggestions or recommendation, advice to some of the students who might be inspired to continue their study and into PhD?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, as I was telling you, knowing what you like, knowing your interest is really important, because this research program can be easily 3-4 years long, or even longer. And I can imagine it will be very painful if you are doing something that you don't like, or you simply suffer. So yeah, so if you start earlier to find what you want to do, that would be very nice. And also, I would say it's about like having a plan, like, because it takes a long time for this application or even finding the opening of this position. That's speaking of my own experiences. So yeah, start early.
Okay, so what would you recommend to the new international students to succeed in their study programs?
Well, I don't want to scare people, but be prepared of the workload. I think people here who are going to write the thesis really have a lot to say about the workload. I was not really prepared for that, you know. Yeah, so I had a little bit like struggle in the beginning, but I managed, and I really appreciate for all the help I received. And also, I don't mean you only study. I mean, that's like that's the first thing you should do. And also, as a master student, you are required to be more independent if you compare to as a degree student. They are more like a spoon feed to a certain level. But now you have to be on your own for most of the time. So you have to make a plan for yourself as well, like, yeah, for many things. Yes, so study hard.
Yeah, very wise words from Judy. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing your experiences. I'm sure this was really useful for the students who's listening to you and considering applying to Norway. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. See, hello, I'm Egil. I will try to read out the different questions that you have put on the Q&A, and let's see if we can answer them. There's one question about what's the difference between a Master of Science, Business Administration, and an MBA. Well, it's about the title, and also the MBA. Usually in Norway, you need to have work experience before taking the MBA. So that's a specialized program for business. And also in Norway, that will cost some extra tuition fees. The Master of Science, as you it's a science degree that will that you need to write a thesis. So it's more research based than an MBA. I think that's probably it.
Yes.
The level of mathematics required for data analytics. Maybe, yeah, you can ask. We have Elias from admission office here. So
yes, guys, the information about the academic requirements is actually published on the website. You have to imagine that there are a lot of applications. So the better the score you have in your mathematics, the better. So you will be competing against each other. This is actually a competition. So the higher, the better. Okay. So and in addition to that, as already Yuko mentioned, all this information about the academic requirements is easily achievable at our website. Okay.
Okay. Then it's about business development and innovation. Yuko, are you able to answer that? It's not your specialization, but maybe you know a bit more.
So the innovation is very important for the business and to develop the new business models and so forth. So this specialization is about that. And this is very special, unique program in this university. They don't really have this in other places. And if you want to know more about this, please look at our website or the new one that's coming in on 10th.
I will also add that the professors at the specialization there is among the best ones, both
in
nationally and international. Is very high research quality on them, and also very good teachers as well.
Yes.
Okay, there's a question about EALTS and English. If you have an English bachelor degree, Elias.
Yes, guys, if you read again the information about the English language requirements at the website, you will see the exceptions and the when you are actually exempted from the English language test. As you already know, maybe coming from Azerbaijan, you are not exempted from the English language test, no matter which university you have been. Okay, so normally students, no matter what they have studied or not, their bachelor's in English, they are not exempted unless they come for certain countries. So you will find this information again under the English language requirements at our website with exceptions. And also, if you are not able to take your IELTS test before the deadline, you will also find instructions on how you deliver the English test after the deadline. Okay, this is actually writing at our website. So guys, please follow the instructions and read. This is on you. You are the ones taking responsibility here. You are the ones actually in charge of reading all the information necessary for this. We can guide you as we already do, but you are, if you get admitted, you will be a master degree students. And this means that you will be working a lot actually independently. This means that you will have to do a lot of things by your own. And we will try to actually remind you about that. And one of the first things you need to do is read information by your own. Okay. Of course, if something is unclear, you can always send us an email to admissions@uis.no, and we will be happy to guide you again. But don't expect us to read for you, okay, when the information is actually on the website. Okay.
Well, there's another question also maybe for you, Elias, regarding sending transcripts from university, if it's compulsory, and the registration number, if sending the transcript.
For certain countries, as you already know, is an extra prerequisite that, guys, you have to send the transcripts directly from your home institution. Yes. For those countries, this is actually, again, specified under country list information at our website, okay? If you want to facilitate our work, we, of course, recommend you to first apply, get your application number, and when you have your application number, please write it in the envelope, or just notify your university or your home institution to write this information on the envelope. It will be much easier for us to track your application. Please imagine that, or please be aware that we receive more than 5,000 applications each year for different study programs, not only for business, and we are only 3 persons working with admissions. So it's a lot of work for us. So if you want to facilitate our job a little bit, it could be fantastic. But also, if you want to receive your results earlier, this will also facilitate our work. And this is a win-win situation for both of us. You as applicant, you will receive the answer of your application much earlier. And for us, we will facilitate us to track your actually transcripts when they arrive to our institution. Okay.
Okay, continue. That's if you have a low GPA and want to study, as the professors mentioned, it's tough studies here. So you really need to consider yourself a good student anyway. And concerning admission, please read the website.
Yeah, the website actually specifies which requirements you have. In some cases, you will find it again under country list information per country. So if you already know that your GPA is low or not good enough, compare what the information that we have at our website, don't apply, because you will be rejected.
And then there's one graduating later in January 2022. How about sending the final transcript after?
Okay. Again, in the website, if you click on under the document requirements, you will find by the end, I think by the bottom of the website, you will find actually information on how you submit this kind of documentation after deadline. You will send us some extra information. This is specified again in the website on how you do so. Okay, and then when you receive this, when you submit this paper to us, and we have received this information at your electronic application, no problem. Yes, we will wait, but you have to follow all the steps and follow the instructions. If we don't have the paper or the attachment that we require before the deadline, then your application will be unfortunately rejected. So again, I punctualize. Please read the information on the website. This is your responsibility. Okay.
There are several questions about language requirement. Elias have talked about that. You need to check out the website for the admission. So it's everything is standing very clearly there.
Yes,
so we cannot go with.
I can punctualize this one because maybe a mix is hello, I'm Ghanaian. I have my high school education in Ghana and my bachelor's degree in economics in China. I'm exempt from the language requirement. Yes, I can say so. As long as you have your high school in Ghana, you will be exempted. Okay, what we take into consideration when we speak about English language requirements is the high school, where you have taken your high school. Okay, and this can make you exempted from the English language test or not. So in this case, you don't take consideration the bachelor's degree in economics in China. What we see here is Ghana. Yeah, in this case, you are exempted from the English language test. And this is typical question that normally comes to our common email that you guys wonder about. Okay.
Okay, then there's a question about second class, lower class of degree applicants, if they are eligible.
Unfortunately, you are not eligible. So this means that I recommend you not to apply because you will be mainly rejected. This is a high competitive program. We receive between 250 and 300 applications for each specialization. This means that, and we offer limited places. So with the second class lower from Africa, unfortunately, you will not be admitted.
Sorry about that. Then there's proof of funds required during master's online application or after admission is issued. Elias.
During the online application, because we will need to have this information, okay, before you apply. After you apply, and in case you get admission, we will contact you again. We'll give you more instruction how you actually transfer the deposit. Okay. As you maybe most of you know already, the deposit is something that the UDI requires. We don't require it. We just facilitate. Okay, this is a very important part of your visa application process, because without having this, without making the deposit, you will not be able to enter the country. As the UDI, the Norwegian Immigration Authorities, requires that you have your own bank account in Norway. Since this is not possible without being in Norway physically, we facilitate a bank account that you can use to send your deposit, and we will convert your deposit and you will be able to apply for visa. However, as mentioned before, in case of admission, you will receive more information about this.
Then we have a question about available majors. Which one would be the best match into entrepreneurship? And I guess that would be the business innovation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Business development and innovation, I would say.
But you can take it also as a minor for all areas. So if you are interested in entrepreneurship, it's possible to also study the other specializations. There's a question about having a Bachelor of Science in Accounting and then go to applied finance. That should be possible. How can a student cope with the Norwegian language among the people around? Would you, Yuko, or with one of the students try to answer that? How is it to, yeah, please? How to cope with the Norwegians and the Norwegian language?
I believe that Norwegians speak English and this is their second language. And if you are motivated enough, then I will recommend you to start learning the language as well from your home country so that you can at least understand the basics. And then you can continue learning the language along with your degree as well. And I will say that it's as important as the degree is. I mean, yes, the language is very important.
I totally agree with you. And I have examples of students coming to me every year in the second semester, in the second year of their studies, asking me what I should do now. They say, I asked them, what did you do about your Norwegian? I did nothing. Okay, then maybe it's too late. So guys, if you expect to be here after your studies, if this is your plan, work hard during your master's degree. Work hard. It's only 2 years of your time that can give you a lot, but use your time wisely. And if you have enough time to learn a language, and this is not impossible because I have been working here 9 years, and a lot of my students learn Norwegian from the very first semester. If they are just motivated enough, you do it as well. So motivation is the key here. And you have a plan, and in the plan must be clear that in those 2 years I have to be focused on my master's, and if I want to be here, I have to learn the language. English is not enough. English is enough to go to the classroom, speak with your colleagues from other countries, but if you really want to stay in Norway after your studies, you have to have a plan, and the plan is work hard in your master's and combine it with a Norwegian class. As you said already. you can start learning Norwegian from day one at the internet to have the basics. After this is on you. And I have all this, but remember that when you come to me in the second year, the second semester, is too late. Okay.
There's also a question about how easy can students work and study in Norway? Well, it's not easy to study at the master level, as the students said, and also the professor said. This is tough study. So you should focus 100% on the study program, and it's a full-time study, at least 40 hours a week. It is possible to have a part-time job, but then your first priority should always be your study program, and then maybe something else.
Yeah, you can, of course, there are a lot, but you have to know your limitations. Yeah, as a student, if you are a top student and the information goes into your head very easily, then maybe you need less time to study and you can combine it with a part-time job. Part-time job, mark my words, part-time job. This means that you will be working 1 hour per day when they require you, and you will earn some money. But the problem comes when you don't focus in your masters and you work. And these are two problems. One is that if you don't complete a certain kind of amount of credits, you will actually be, we will cancel your study place, and you will actually be reported to the Norwegian immigration authorities. And this is a problem because you will have to return to your home country. So you are actually only allowed to work 20 hours per week. Okay. And this is very important, you bear in mind. If you come here, it must be for the studies and to have focus on that. And as mentioned before, there are only 2 years. Put your effort into this, put your effort maybe into language, and you have to want to have a part-time job, a small one that you can work 3, 4 hours, 5 hours, 20 hours. You are very good student and you have facility to learn. Don't worry about that, but not more than that, because you are putting risk your study place. And as Egil said as well, you know your limitations. This program requires some workload and some effort from your side, so you know more or less which kind of person you are and what your limitations are. Yeah.
I just want to mention that we have a teaching assistant positions available for both master and bachelor students. So you can be TAs, and that is, I think, up to 13 hours per week that you work. And we make sure that you don't overwork. You have to focus on your study first. But teaching assistant is a great opportunity for you to actually learn more, because this is actually how you learn when you try to explain this to somebody.
It's also relevant subject. So let's see if you can submit your transcripts yourself.
No,
well,
this is not an option. You have to follow the instructions. The instructions for everybody. Yeah, you have to submit it as the other applicants do. And this is an electronic application. If you have, in addition, the extra country list information, or you come from a country that requires an extra requirement about this, you have again to follow the instructions. Okay, there is a reason why we require information as we require it, and we expect you to act like this.
Is there an age limit to this program?
There is not.
No,
there is not.
Please discuss about the application process, how to send hard copy of bachelor documents.
I mean, I need to have more background information about this. I don't know which hard copy are you meaning. Normally, the most of you guys are coming from countries that maybe needs more extra requirements, like coming from, I think, Nigeria, Ghana, or some other countries where we require that you send the documentation directly from your home institution. But this means that in addition to that, you have to scan the documentation that you have at home and to your electronic application. Okay, this is an extra requirement. This means that in addition to the things that people coming from other countries must do, you have to have this extra requirement that in some cases is that your home institution must send these transcripts to us directly from them. Okay, so just follow the instructions. Again, everything's on at the website. Just read, please.
Okay, then how many years of work experience can one have before applying for MBA? Well, this is a Master of Science So we don't have any requirements on work experience, only that you have a bachelor degree in business administration. But for our MBA in Stavanger, that's a Norwegian MBA, so that you will not be able to apply for that. So this is not relevant. Is it possible to get in touch with some of the students? Well, we'll probably not, but what you can do is send an email to the admission office, and then we can see if we can forward that. Yeah. No, if you have a master from sorry, it's English language test mandatory for those with the masters from Sweden. No, I don't think so. As long as it's a Scandinavian or English master degree, it should be okay.
We already answered this question again.
Yeah. If I take the IELTS today, if I take the IELTS today and I denied for 2 years for a master, should I redo the exams for IELTS and apply for the same master again? I'm not sure.
I didn't understand the question, but maybe I can try to answer. If I take the English today and denied for 2 years for a master, no, I don't. Unfortunately, you have to you have to be more specific. We don't understand your question.
Yeah. Then we have another requirements for MBA. Well, we have a Master of Science only. So you cannot register for our MBA, but you can apply for our Master of Science. And they are not similar. So it's only the Master of Science that's relevant for Stavanger.
I can take this one if you want. Guys, when you arrive to Stavanger, the ones that will be admitted, you will receive more information about this. Okay, so it will be possibilities for every one of you if you want to travel abroad and on the exchange, but it's nothing that we will focus right now at the moment. First, you have to gain admission and focus on that, and then when you come here, we will explain you everything you need to know.
Yeah, and also about exchange, like the last year we had to cancel all exchange. You never know what to expect there. So what we recommend you is, like Elias said, focus to take the whole program in Norway, and then maybe if you are then good enough and ready for it, then there will be possibilities for the third semester. But we talk about that when you have done your first semester here. Have any science-related master subject? Have any science?
I don't understand the question either. Well, I mean, we have different master's degrees, from business to a lot of engineering programs, from literacy and so on. But you have to read information on the website. Again, there is actually a list of English taught master degree programs on the website. So please read those and choose the one that you like the most or suits you the most. Yeah.
Also, if there are a specific subject at the technical faculty that you want to pursue or take, it might be possible. It depends on the course and prerequisites. So we are open to let you take subjects at other faculties, but then it needs to be approved in advance. Regarding proof of finance, is it compulsory to upload the complete amount? What if I have 50% fund?
50% is not 100%. So, as a future applicant of business administration, no, you have to. The rules and regulations are the same for everyone. So in this case, you must actually submit what we are requiring. What we're requiring is the confirmation that you are in the possession of the amount that it requires.
And then in the same area, please, with the proof of funds, can a relative in Norway who's willing to help us his details on your behalf?
Of course, you have to, again, read on the website. It's actually described how you can use a relative or a friend as your sponsor. So just follow the instructions, and that's mainly it. Again, look at the website.
And then, is there any scholarship available? No, I'm sorry, there's no scholarship.
Unfortunately, guys, Norway is a tuition-free country. This means that you will not be paying for your education. However, you will have to be responsible for the living expenses. Okay, we don't offer any kind of scholarship, but the education is free. However, there are higher prices in Norway, so you have to be prepared for that as well.
Okay, let's see. I did accounting.
I think it means
I'm not sure. I did.
MSP.
Yeah. Accounting. Oh no, that's the specialization in accounting is in Norwegian because it's Norwegian accounting law and tax law. And you need to have Norwegian language for those subjects or the courses. So no. We don't have accounting as a master degree in English. Is there any job placement facilities from university? Not in general. It will be as in the internship. It's up to the students to get a job placement. So we will try to guide, and there are some businesses and companies and organizations that have possible internship placements. But in general, no, but it can be done. It depends on how you do in your study. Hello, I have an MBA degree in business administration in general, but now I would like to apply Master of Science in Business Administration, specialized in strategic marketing and analytics. Can I be eligible? In general, yes.
Yes, in general, yes. I mean, you can be, but eligibility is something that we don't like to speak about because it's so difficult for us to assist you. Meanwhile, we don't have your documentation. Normally, with the background you're describing, yes, but we have to check the documentation. This is not a clear answer.
How can one apply for the teaching assistantship? That will be told to you when you are a student here, and we will not discuss that now.
Yeah.
Is there, let's see.
We did that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What are the prospects from your views of doing a business development course as opposed to the one in strategic marketing, apart from the information on the website? Oh, that was a difficult one. You could, do you have or one of the students?
What are the prospects?
Mm-hmm.
Like future prospects?
Yeah, I think so. I think there are what are possibilities.
It's difficult to say. It's difficult to say. What in general is that if you take the specialization that you feel are most interesting for you to take, because then you will do well, and students doing well get interesting job in doing what they like. So focus on what you think that you would like best. I think that's the general answer to that.
And there's also a minor, you can take minor as well. So if you start something and then feel like you want to know more about something else, you can always take minor.
And then how many students have a chance to be admitted? Like general, we have on each specialization, I think it's 15 places for 10 places, sorry, 10. Only 10 places at each specialization for international applicants. So it's tough to get in. So you really need to be good and follow the instruction on the admission website.
Mm-hmm.
If you already have a Master of Science in Finance, we wouldn't recommend you to in general go for 2 similar masters. So that's my general information. But please, it's open for you to apply, but maybe not to take 2 quite similar masters. All master degree focused on research based, or other courses based are course based also. Our master degrees focused on research, or they are course based also. Well, they are courses, it's not research. Sorry if that was confusing. it's courses, but the general is that the teaching is and the knowledge about the different courses, it's based on research. So you will have a focus on, it's research-based learning, but it's also
Very applied.
Very applied. Yeah. So we try to mix the research and applied learning.
And we got some questions in the chat as well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay, we'll check the chat.
Hello, UiS.
Hello, the number.
Yes.
Okay, can you repeat the questions?
Hello, UiS. Number of years required for applicants from the Philippines is 5 years, but we only have 4 years here in Philippines. Is that allowed? And I mean, without again checking your documentation, normally what we ask is five years for students from the Philippines, but I have to see your documentation. Whoever, again, this is specified how many years we require in the country list information. So you have to check there. You consider yourself eligible, we encourage you to apply.
What is the educational background you need to join your program? Is it possible to join your program with having bachelor in other social sciences background? In general, it should be in business administration.
It can be economics.
And economics, yes. But not like sociology, for example. What are the essential life skills needed for students, especially from developing countries, from South Asia, like Bangladesh, India, or Pakistan?
You can answer that.
Yes, please.
What sort of skills, I mean?
Yeah, maybe concerning culture, maybe
life
concerning
skills.
Cultural challenges or something like that.
I don't think that you will face any challenge here.
No.
I mean, it's the society is well open and they accept you. I mean, there is no problem with that. You just come with your academics and you do your studies, and if you want to work, that's fine. I mean, I don't understand much from these life skills.
It was difficult for you to adapt, or how it was? It's more about like this, I think.
Yeah, I believe that it's not very difficult to get into the culture, but again, the language is a major barrier. If you can speak, then Norwegians are very welcoming and hospitable, believe me.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Let's see.
I think it's just some repeating of the previous questions.
Yeah.
So I think we're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, you have any other question?
Yep. No?
I don't think there's any more.
New ones?
What is overage? I can answer this one.
That's yeah. Does one have with the background Bachelor of Art in Tourism and a Master in Science in and a Master of Science? Well, depends on the, we cannot answer that because it depends on the subject and courses that is baked in the degree. So please apply, and then we'll check it out later.
What is the, another question? What is the GPA? The GPA applies to grade point average. Okay, and this is the final results of your bachelor's degree in this case. So is the average of your grades of your bachelor. This is GPA.
Okay, last question, I think.
Okay, now we'll round it up. The last question. Among the available majors, was it that?
Can we?
No, that we have answered.
Yeah.
We have answered that.
Oh, we did that.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I use
Yeah,
that?
you can do that.
The question was on account statement. Can you use investment account statement to apply?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can do so. As long as it equals the minimum amount of money that we require, then we understand that you are in the position of this money. Yeah.
Then we round it.
Very good.
Okay, great.
Thank you. Thank you for attending. I think it's possible to address the admission office.
Yes, I'm gonna just give you some tips before we close. Keep it simple, guys. Keep it simple. Just submit what we require. This is one thing. So keep it very simple. Just the things that we are requiring in the way that we require those. Okay, one thing. Second thing, respect the deadlines. Be aware about deadlines. Deadlines in Norway are not a thing you want to mess with. If you submit a paper after deadline, it's done. And the third one, if you have any question, you contact us to admissions@uis.no, and we will answer within 48 hours as maximum. Please don't send 30 emails if we don't answer you in the first 5 minutes. We will answer as soon as we can, okay? But if something is unclear, you take it within deadline. After deadline is nothing we or you can do, okay? And please keep it very simple. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and again, please read the admission site. Everything is there. You will get everything answered. So just find out as much as you can, and hope to see you in Stavanger. Yes. Maybe this next fall.
We wish you good luck with your application. I hope you see you all of them in August here. Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks.